Hello everyone, Kolonji Murray with TaxAssurances. Just want to do a helpful video around the W-9 form that freelancers and independent contractors and small business owners are asked to fill in once they start a relationship in terms of working with a company of some sort. And it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. What the W-9 form does is it provides the basic information that that entity is going to need at the end of the year in order to send a 1099. So that 1099 is going to summarize how much was paid either to that individual or to that business entity. So what happens is when you go through the W-9 form, that first section, that's really going to highlight if it is an individual's name. So you're going to obviously put your name there. If you're looking at the second section, that really has to do with whether or not it's a business name that you're going to use, and either you're going to use one or the other. In those two sections. The third section really highlights whether or not you're paying, or the entity is going to pay you as an individual, whether they're going to pay you as a C corporation, an S corporation, a trust, or an LLC. The fifth section, that really just gives more basic information. That really has to do with the address that is going to be used by the entity or the individual that all of the correspondence should go to. And then the sixth section really has to do with the city and the state of that entity. But then when you go down further on the form, what you're going to see is what's called the taxpayer identification number. And that's where ultimately the person that is going to fill in this form is going to want to communicate. Do they want their social security number used? So you'll see that line, you'll see the boxes for social security number to be placed in, or right below that, their tax ID number for their entity. So if they have like an LLC or a partnership or something along those lines, that's where that information would go in there. So again, it's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. Then there's a signature at the very bottom. And then what happens is the person or the entity that's going to receive that W-9, they're now going to retain that information, and then at the end of the year, they'll use the information on that W-9 in order to prepare a 1099. And a 1099 simply just summarizes how much was paid to that individual or to that business for the full year. So that's helpful for everybody in terms of making sure we're all on, everyone's on the same page. So that's the form in a nutshell. If you've got more questions, by all means, reach out. But until then, have a good one.